Why does Kuala Lumpur have so many skyscrapers? By AZLAN ADNAN. Maj number 1. National prestige and identity. Kuala Lumpur's iconic skyline is not a byproduct of urban density. It's a national statement. Skyscrapers in KL were shaped by deliberate choices to modernize, to lead, and to signal that Malaysia had arrived on the world stage. Before the world marveled at the Petronas Twin Towers, 452 meters, and even before the monumental Dayabumi Complex, 157 meters of 1984, the city's skyline was already beginning to rise vertically, with the PERNAS International Building, 150 meters, completed in 1982. At 150 meters and 40 stories, PERNAS International, now Menara AIA Cap Square, was KL's first true corporate skyscraper, built by Perbadanan Nasional Berhad, PENA, a state investment arm. It represented Malaysia's early pivot toward vertical corporate real estate, breaking from the colonial-era low-rise norm. While architecturally modernist and minimalist, it paved the way for even bolder expressions of national identity through architecture. Just 2 years later, that identity would crystallize in the Dayabumi Complex, an Islamic modernist landmark at 157 meters, designed to visually articulate Malaysia's aspirations: modern, Muslim, and sovereign. Commissioned under Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, Dayabumi merged Islamic motifs with international-style geometry, making it Malaysia's first post-colonial architectural manifesto. These two towers, PERNAS and Dayabumi, formed the foundation upon which KL's vertical dreamscape was built, culminating in the Petronas Twin Towers, 452 meters, completed in 1998, which redefined both Malaysia's skyline and its global image. 2. Centralization of power, economy, and population. Malaysia's development model has always been intensely centralized, with Kuala Lumpur at its heart. The city became the gravitational center of political power, financial services, corporate headquarters, infrastructure investment. This urban centralization naturally produced vertical pressure. Skyscrapers became a necessity, and a symbol of KL's role as Malaysia's de facto capital of everything. 3. Real estate investment and speculation. Real estate in KL evolved into a speculative asset class, driven by state-linked developers, PNB, EPF, UDA, foreign investors, China, Gulf states, tax incentives, and liberalized foreign ownership policies. Luxury towers and mixed-use developments mushroomed across zones like Bukit Bintang, Jalan Tun Razak, KL Central, Mont Kiara. In this environment, height sold prestige, and prestige attracted capital. Then are 4. Aggressive urban planning policies. KL's planning policies since the 1990s have actively incentivized vertical growth. This includes transit-oriented development, TO around MRT, LRT lines, high floor area ratios, FAR, in key urban corridors, minimal height restrictions in city center lots. From Menara Maybank, 244 meters, 1988, to the Exchange 106, 445 meters, 2022, the city has continually reinforced a development model that rewards height and density. Height wasn't capped, it was celebrated. 5. Islamic modernism in architecture. The rise of Kuala Lumpur's skyscrapers has been accompanied by a distinct Islamic architectural language. It began modestly in Dayabumi's Mashrabiyah screens and 8-pointed stars, and matured with the Petronas Towers, 452 meters, based on Rub el-Hijz geometry, Menara Telecom, 310 meters, symbolizing a bamboo shoot with Quranic inspiration, Putrajaya's domes and arches, architectural governance with Islamic principles. These forms express a cultural synthesis, unapologetically Islamic, confidently modern. Hazard 6. Low construction costs and labor supply. KL's verticalism has been made financially viable by affordable migrant labor from Indonesia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, local sourcing of construction materials, cement, steel, fewer regulatory burdens compared to high-income cities. This allows developers to pursue mega-scale towers at relatively low cost per square meter. Number 7. Skyscrapers as the default format. By the 2000s, Kuala Lumpur's developers had embraced skyscrapers as the default format for commercial and residential real estate. Why? Land scarcity in prime zones, profitability of skyline views, global investor preferences for branded, high-rise luxury first. As a result, verticality became the city's visual identity. 8. Global rankings and vanity metrics. Kuala Lumpur has consistently pursued tallest, biggest, and most advanced records. These include Petronas Towers, 452 meters, world's tallest buildings, 1998 to 2004. Merdeka 118, 678.9 meters, tallest building in Southeast Asia, second tallest in the world. The Exchange 106, 445 meters, one of the tallest office towers in the region, over 70 towers taller than 150 meters, placing KL fourth in the world after Hong Kong, Shenzhen, and New York, per CTBUH data. KL's vertical landscape reflects national ambition as much as urban need. But at what cost? KL's skyscraper boom has also triggered oversupply in office and high-end residential markets, underutilized towers with low occupancy, ghost towers, gentrification and loss of affordable housing, increased infrastructure stress, traffic, drainage, utilities. The Petronas era promised global stature, but also introduced fragilities in the city's socio-economic fabric. Conclusion. From PERNAS to Petronas, KL's vertical imagination. Kuala Lumpur's skyline is a timeline of its ambitions. PERNAS International 150 meters 1982 marked the start of the skyscraper era. Dayabumi Complex 157 meters 1984 embedded Malaysia's Islamic modernist identity in architecture. Menara Maybank 244 meters 1988 Malaysia's first mega-tall financial headquarters. Petronas Towers 452 meters 1998 elevated the city onto the world stage. The Exchange 106, 445 meters, 2022, financial revival and global branding. 6 at 78.9 meters, 2023, apex of Malaysia's architectural ambition. Each tower is not just a building, it is a statement. In a city of only 2 million, the skyline is outsized not by accident, but by design. KL did not grow tall because it had to. It grew tall because it wanted to be seen, to be counted, and to be remembered.